Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in with another episode of Talks with Tony. So we're gonna go through some emails here, see what we could do. Maybe try to get one or two videos out of some emails. I'll be working this weekend with the basketball team, so hopefully I can have some videos go up while I'm working. God bless you. Hi, Tony. I am 32. Sorry, I got a text message. 32 years old. American, working as a clinical assistant, and my baby daddy, 29, Nigerian. He's been here 11 years and doesn't need me for papers. Musician. He's a musician. We have a son together that was born March 2021. We met April 2020 during the beginning of the pandemic through a mutual girlfriend. He was recently broken up with a girlfriend of 1.5 years who was 23 at the time. He came out of what he explained as a really toxic relationship. I was 100% in love and focused on him, and we moved in together around August 2020. And I thought he would step up and marry me because I was pregnant and he was so excited to have our first child. But throughout the year, especially towards the end of 2020, through the beginning of 2021, I would find messages of him texting his ex, trying to see her or get her new number to hook up. He's even offered her to be his sugar baby. I was going to put on my track shoes and run, Tony, but because I think he actually loves me and only wants his ex for, I'm guessing because of my pregnancy situation, the ex-girlfriend didn't respond to him anyways, yet he would still try and reach her. He says he loves me and cares about me, but I'm not sure what to do about the messages I've seen him send the ex. Do I confront him about my feelings, or do I just ignore it since they didn't hook up? Why would he want his ex, who he claims was toxic and crazy, when I'm older, more put together, and am the mother of his child? Please help me gain some understanding, Tony. I watch all your videos, but now that it's my situation, I'm extremely conflicted. Y'all forgive me. So listen to me. With this right here, well, what you got to realize, okay, he's 29 years old. He's still young. And I don't think his nationality has anything to do with it. You know, him being Nigerian, men are men. I know everybody have their own little quirks, but in this case, every man does this pretty much. And you're a little older. Now, she was 23 at the time when he was with her. So she was a little young thing, a little flame, a little something that probably made him feel, attractive and special and like a man, all of those things. And whenever somebody says that it's toxic, what you got to realize is, hold on, let me go get my water. Got a little something to throw. Commercial break. Y'all got to forgive me. I just got out the shower. So I think maybe just the temperature change on my body. Devil trying to block me. Y'all forgive me. So now, listen to me. With this right here, when a man loses a woman, he feels like a failure. And the one thing that we hate as humans is to feel like a failure. So the one thing that a man can control a lot of times is getting a woman back. Because think about it. If a man get fired from a job, if he calling that job, showing up at that job, they're going to call the police on him for trespassing. With a woman typically feels flattered. She feels desired. She feels adored. And so she doesn't call the police on a man calling her, pursuing her, because she sees it as harmless. Like, okay, he feels stupid. He realized what he missing. He realized what he had. And now he has regret. Let me let him grovel in it. Let me let him chase. And so that's the thing. So he go to chasing and he trying to get her back. And really it was, he was recently broken up with a girlfriend of a year and a half. So that's what you have to realize. And they have been together a whole year and a half. When a man cross a year, that's when things get into a serious territory. And then you was 100% in love and focused on him. And y'all met now. Y'all had the son in March of 2021. Y'all met in April of 2020. So you got May, June, July, August. Y'all moved in together around August of 2020. Y'all met in April of 2020. So here's the thing. You were a rebound. You shouldn't move in with a man until you married, traditionally. If you're not traditional, then you shouldn't move in with a man until you're engaged. And if you're not waiting till that, then you shouldn't move in with a man inside of 12 months. Y'all moved in together August of 2020. And you thought he'll step up and marry you because you was pregnant and he was excited to have your first child. So y'all met and you got pregnant within 4 months. You shouldn't even sleep with a man inside of 6 months. Now, y'all know I'm Christian, so I'm telling you, wait till marriage. But a lot of people ain't gonna do that. You should at least wait 6 months. So here's the thing. You built a mansion on the sand. And that's what you got to realize and understand. You built a mansion on the sand. You put the cart before the horse. You put the cart in front of the horse. So now when the horse started moving, you're going backwards. You're going backwards. And this is what happened. When you meet a man and he recently then broke up with somebody, you got to move very slowly. You got to take your time, because a man 9 out of 10 times gonna go back to the ex. We 9 out of 10 times gonna sabotage the next and go back to the ex. 9 out of 10 times. I did it with Cherie Gaskins. Sabotaged that and went back to my ex. And just so happened to come back, bump back into Cherie 6 months later. But 9 out of 10 times a man gonna go back. The reason why is because that sense of failure and that soul tie, that emotional tie. Men, when a man let his guards down and he get to know a woman and he let her in, it's hard for a man to let go. It's harder for a man to let go than it is for a woman to let go. So you being older and more put together and you the mother of this child, it really don't mean nothing, because you weren't what he wanted. You was his therapist. You was his rebound. Unfortunately. And I hate to have to share that with you. I hate to have to say that. But the proof is in the pudding. He showed you that. And so here's the thing. Can he change? Yes. Should you confront him? Absolutely. Absolutely. Confront him and say, hey, you may have to lie with their confrontation. Which ideally we wouldn't want to lie. But it may be a situation where you have to say, listen, I got your phone. I was going to try to, plan something, a surprise and for you, and write a few people that you connect with. But in that process, I found these text messages you've been sending to your ex. and it crushed me. And at this point, I don't know if I could trust you. And I don't know if this is going to work out. And I want to hear from you. Do you want to go our separate ways? Do you want to go our separate ways? And see what he say. See what he say. Listen to him. Read his vibe. Read his energy. Read his mannerisms. And read what he's not saying. Read into what he's not saying. See where he at. See where he at on this. And then you make a decision. Now, because you jumped in so fast and you got pregnant, it would be great. I would love to see y'all work out. Can you work out? I believe so, but he first has to know, before y'all work out, he got to know that you're not a fool. He got to know that his game's sloppy and he got caught. He got to know that you found this and that if y'all are going to work it out, you making a choice to forgive him. And he got to work for that forgiveness. He got to show you that he worthy of that forgiveness, that he working for that forgiveness, that he want to be forgiven. He has to do that. And if he can't do that, then you need to prepare to co-parent and see how that goes. All right, another letter here. Hey, Tony, I am 21 years old. And I did not know so many of y'all young people on here. My goodness, I thought I was talking 35 and up. Y'all youngest on here, but I'm glad you're here. There's other places you could be. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Tony, I am 21 years old, and I just recently got out of a very toxic relationship that lasted about 8 months. He was my first boyfriend, and everything was great in the beginning. He made me feel special. So me being naive, I fell for him quickly. And I think he fell for me too. After a month of dating, he asked me to be his girl, and we had that same night. I was also a virgin. She put that in all caps. And he also told me he loved me right after. He said I didn't have to say it back right away, and I didn't. But soon after we started say the I love you a lot. Like I said, we moved quickly. Sometime after that, I noticed that he was different. We started to have petty arguments early on, and then he told me he didn't want to be with me because he's the problem and that we argued a lot. I told him our arguments were petty and that we could work on our relationship. He said no, but he wanted me to stay around because he still loved me. His family loved me, and I was a good person to just walk right out of his life, and that eventually we would get back together. So I stayed around, and yes, we continued to be intimate. I expressed to him that I don't want to be friends with benefits because that's what it felt like. And he said, okay, we can just be friends with no intimacy. But of course, that didn't stop. Towards the end of the situationship, we argued more and we even started to fight physically. I was very insecure, hurt, and damaged during our relationship. And I took that out on him by starting arguments and fights. I just wanted to be loved by him the right way, but he didn't want that. So now I'm suffering from my consequences, and I'm in the process of healing and moving on. My question is, how do I start the healing process the right way, and what can I do to maintain healthy dating and relationships in the future, with me being a young adult? I watched so many of your videos during my relationship, and I've tried to apply your teachings to my life, but I failed horribly. Thank you so much, and God bless you, Tony. Well, that's very sad. We got a sad letter. And here's the thing. I don't know how y'all listen to these videos and don't really get the game. Because I try to tell y'all that if you just keep your legs closed, just listen to me. If you just keep your legs closed, that's going to save you so much heartache. And then you was a virgin and gave the man your virginity 1 month into knowing him. And y'all only lasted 8 months. So think about this. If you cut him off today and you get in another relationship and that guy sweep you off your feet and you sleep with him at the 1 month mark, because what's different from the next man than this man? Now you done got 2 men in 1 year. If that relationship ended in 4 months, now you at 1 year, 2 men. Then you meet another man. Y'all sleep together at 1 month. That one end in 2 months. Now you got one man, and you just through January and February. You meet another man. Y'all sleep together in 1 month. That one end in a month. Now you got 2 men, and you through 3 months of the year. You see what I mean? This is how this goes. Once you start sleeping with a man, with men, it becomes like riding a bicycle. So you don't think about it anymore. So if it took a month the first time, next time it take 3 weeks. The next time it take 2 weeks. The next time it take 1 week. The next time it's the first day. So before you know it, you done racked up all of these bodies, but you have no real connection. So the way that you heal is to hear the knowledge and apply it. Stop listening to your loneliness. Stop listening to your desperation. Hear the knowledge and apply it. Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. Listen to me. This gonna save y'all so much problem. And then you say, well, Tony, why don't you tell the man keep his pants zipped up? Because the man is not asking the question. And the man not gonna keep his pants zipped up if you willing to open your legs. So he gonna do what you allow him to do. So you gotta set a new standard. And all you gotta do is just turn him down. And then you slept with him. He broke up with you. You know why he broke up with you? Because the finish line was 1 month away. So when he got the prize, without having to run a marathon, it's like a marathon is 26 miles. If somebody get a trophy and a ribbon and a celebration at the mile 1, they like, oh, the race over with. I guess I won. I just came out the gate so fast and I was moving so fast. They just could tell I was going to win. So they just rewarded me after 1 mile. It's like, okay, race is over with. That's how it is in relationships. A man coming in to run a marathon, he coming in to run a marathon. When you take and you give him the prize, because see, you think the prize is your heart. You think the prize is your mind. The man think the prize is what's between your legs. After thinking the prize is what's between your legs, he then see it's your heart that's the prize. Which your heart is your mind. Same thing. So this right here, what you have to think about. You have to take and you got to say, you know what? I got to slow down. I got to make a man work. You have to make the man work for your love. Never ever sleep with a man inside of 6 months. When you get to 6 months, if you're not no horny toad and you could keep waiting, stretch it to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Between months 13 and 18, that man is going to pop the question if he's marriage minded and marriage material and he feels like you're his wife. If you don't sleep with a man in the first 18 months, he going to pop that question around that time. At the latest by month 24, if you haven't slept with a man. And if you have not slept with the man, if he doesn't want to wait, he will have left you. Typically, a man will leave you after 3 months. Around the 3-month mark, 9 months at the max, a man is going to wait. At that point, he's going to be gone. So guess what? Good riddance. Now you've ran a man off and you haven't risked your health. You haven't given away your body. You don't have to add a name to your list, to your body count. You still intact. Yeah, you're a little disappointed. Yeah, your heart hurt a little bit, but you're still intact. You don't have an STD. You don't have a man on your list, and you get to get up, live, fight another day. Voila. That's what you got to understand. That's what you got to understand. All righty, let me go another 10 minutes. Now, see, last night I went to bed about 1 a.m. with my wife and then woke up this morning about 7. So I'm a little tired right now. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm about to yawn and everything. Let me see. Hello, Tony. I've been listening to you for a while, and I just want to thank you for all you're doing. I just turned 30 years old. I have a good job working for the state that I live in. I am not married, and I don't have any children as of yet. I was just wondering if you can tell me what my look says to men. How do I show up in the world? Thank you so much for taking the time to read this email. Now listen, I don't want y'all to get in the habit. I don't want y'all to be doing that. Okay? I don't want you to get in the habit of doing that because you don't want to live your life based on other people's opinions. So don't think about it like that. Don't look at it like that. So don't y'all send me y'all pictures. You know, she got in here before I said that. And so that's a little, it's a little different. But you have to realize that you don't want to be basing your life off somebody's opinion. And at the same time, too, it's like if I don't answer you, somebody else gonna answer you. And when they answer you, they might not say something you like, and you may never forget those words. You may never forget those words. So what you have to do is make sure the inside is taken care of. Then make sure the outside is taken care of. And know that you're gonna attract who is for you. You're gonna attract the person for you. Now, when I look at your picture, as a man, I see an innocent woman. You look innocent, you look youthful, you look child-hearted. So what you're gonna wanna do is you got to spruce your look up. You got to look more grown up. You literally could go for 16. I got a niece who 18 who look older than you. You 30 years old. So what that means is you might change your hairstyle up sometimes. Just spruce it up to where you coming in a little more grown up and not looking between, 12 and 18. And so that made me doing a session with a stylist. It's a stylish image consultants. I think we got some on mymentor.life when you check the filters, and that'll help you in that area. Another letter. Let me see. 22 minutes. Hi, Tony. I'm 21. This one called 21 on Tinder. Hi, Tony. I'm 21, about to be 22. And I've been watching your videos since 2020. I'm about to be 22. Yeah, 22. I've gained a lot of new knowledge since subscribing and was able to, a lot of y'all watching this video and they ain't hit the subscribe button. They ain't thought about a subscribe button. They ain't looked at the subscribe button. They'll be watching the video. I gained a lot of new knowledge since subscribing and was able to better understand why things didn't work out with my ex and I. My father passed away when I was 9. Your channel has been very helpful to me in regards of having a male figure in my life. During May 2021, I met a guy on Offender. That's what we're going to call the app. On Offender. He's really sweet. This was before watching your videos on online dating. He opens all doors for me except the car door. And he's the first guy that has taken me on consistent dates and shown me respect. I feel all men should. I feel like all men should. Show me the respect I feel like all men should. He works early in the morning at Hertz at 6 a.m. So we mostly go out on his days off, which are Wednesdays and Thursdays. We have a nice time and we mostly eat at nice restaurants, and I feel safe when we go out. He just turned 24 in October of 2021. I feel that he is a focused individual. He doesn't smoke. He's an introvert that doesn't go out much unless he's hanging out with his guy friends, working on music. His passion, he wants to turn into his profession. He's a smart guy, and from what he tells me, he's a gentleman to his mother and sisters as well, from what he tells me. My concerns is that he doesn't have a father figure in his life, and it seems like he's really emotionally closed off. He tells me that he has a hard time respecting men, and I encourage him to find a male mentor or therapist. He's recently told me that he would rather focus on his music and making money to build himself to where he wants to be financially. Then he will work on his self discovery more when he has the funds to do so. This doesn't sit right with me. I also haven't met any of his friends, family, or coworkers, vice versa. He wants to be in a relationship with me, but I'm always the one wanting to take steps back due to getting cold feet or not feeling like we're quite ready to be official. I'm not dating anyone else and we are intimate with one another. However, this is something I want to refrain from doing lately for the sake of my self-worth. I understand that I'm not a fully grown woman yet, and my previous relationship was very toxic. I had little to no boundaries and have grown immensely since that experience. However, I feel I need to do more work on my mental so that I'm able to trust men again. Any advice whether we should grow alongside one another as a couple or separate and focus on us? I'm tired of flip-flopping and I feel that I could use some advice from the man who has helped me so much already. Thank you. Thank you so much for writing in. Man, dude, I really feel like I failed because every time I think, well, Tony, you done did a course on everything. You done taught on everything. Like, how is there anything left to talk about? And then I get an email like this and then realize, Tony, you ain't talked on everything. Listen to me. Listen to me. You should never, never, never be intimate with a man that you are not official with. Now, see this, and see to the Christians, this is why I can't preach at people. This is why I can't hit everybody with fire and brimstone, because people gonna do what they want to do. So us as Christians and us as speakers, we got to meet people where they are. Because I talk on this channel till I'm blue in my face. And this young lady has been watching my videos for 2 years and still having sex out of wedlock. It still is in fornication. And is sleeping with a man that she won't allow to be her boyfriend, and he wants to be her boyfriend. So this is what I don't understand now. And this is what y'all got to help me. Like, how does it make sense to sleep with somebody but not be the girlfriend? Now, think about this now. Think about this now. And I don't like that. And I don't want to make nobody feel crazy or nothing like that. But think about what you're saying. When you say, yes, I will be your girlfriend, you're not saying anything. You got no government benefits. You don't have to file any paperwork to break up. You get no rights. You get no specialties. You get no new laws. It's just a word. But think about this. When you give a man your body, you can get pregnant, you could catch an STD, you form a soul tie, you get confused, you lead him on, you do all of those things. So how are you okay being intimate but not being official? Think about that. See, listen, we have to put more value on that. You have to put more value on it has to be more serious than just being boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend and girlfriend is nothing compared to sleeping with someone. Sleeping with someone is so much more dangerous and intense than being someone's girlfriend. So listen, you're about to be 22. He is 24. Y'all very young. He want to be with you. He don't really know men that he could respect. I do not blame him. Look at the men that's out here on this YouTube. I do not blame him. Honestly, I'm in the same boat he in. It is not easy to find men that you could respect. Now, there's men out there that could be a boyfriend, that could be a husband, that can date or whatever. But as a man respecting another man, he got to be a different kind of breed. And so he can't really find a lot of men he could respect. You want him to go to therapy or find a male mentor because he didn't have a dad, but not having a dad is not the end of the world. You got to look at how he's treating you. In here, you didn't say anything about him cursing you out, him putting hands on you. Like the last young lady, she got into it physically with her guy that she trying to deal with. This guy ain't putting no hands on you. He ain't doing nothing to you. He working a job at Hertz, of all places. Like, that's a humbling job because it's not a cool job. Doing car rentals. That's not a cool job. But he got a paycheck. So that means he humble. That means he's not arrogant. Like, a cool job, he'll try to go be a club promoter. He'll try to do something in multi-level marketing where they show you this lifestyle. They show you their Rolls Royce. They show you their big house. And they sell you this dream, this financial dream. And then so a lot of young men go do that. Day trading, multi-level marketing, fulfilled by Amazon, all these different things that make a lot of money. That's what a lot of men trying to go do. This man working a humble, regular, everyday job at Hertz. He going to work at 6 a.m. That means he's ambitious. That means he's not lazy. That means that man is humble. He working, and then he's still going out on dates with you on his time off. So to me, and the thing is, he's saying, I just don't know men that I can trust. You trying to push him to do that. He say, listen, let me get lit. Like, to work with me as a coach is $400 an hour. So, and it's a lot of men who are on my level of success in business or age or experience. And everybody pretty much $250 an hour and up. It'll go up to $30,000 an hour. At working at Hertz and doing music on the side, he can't afford $250 an hour. If he did a session a month, that's a whole car note. So coaching is really for professional men who are older and they at that level. Now, you got some coaches for $25 an hour that he could do, but you don't want him working with a woman. He probably don't want to work with a woman. And then if you work with a guy, the guy might be too young for him to really feel some respect for the guy or admire the guy or want to be like the guy. And so we got coaches on my mentor that are young men that's 25, 26, 27, 28, and that he could work with for probably $60 an hour. I think they probably around $50 to $100 an hour. But he may say, man, this guy too young and haven't accomplished enough for me to really respect him. He just a life coach. But the life coach is no different than him. So he got a point. You say he's a focused individual. He doesn't smoke. He's an introvert that doesn't go out much unless he's hanging out with his guy friends working on music. So he's a smart guy. You say he's a gentleman. You got to look at how he treats you. So honestly, he don't need therapy or a male mentor. He say he'd rather focus on his music and making money to build himself to where he wants to be financially. Then he will work on his self-discovery. He got a very good point. So my thing is, and this what happened when you're too young. Now, for one, you met him on online dating. But it sounds like he panning out, and it sounds like he could be an exception to the rule. For him to be on Tinder, work at Hertz, and do music on the side, that's kind of like what a lot of guys would call a lame. And that's kind of the type of man you want. You met him on Tinder, which I don't recommend that, getting on a fender. But, hey, you did it. It worked out. For now, congratulations. Seem to be going pretty decent. So, listen to me. This guy right here, if he ain't showing you nothing bad, like he not dogging you out, cussing you out, putting hands on you, he ain't doing nothing like that. This guy here, this could be a good situation. So if he wanna be official, then you ought to be official with them, especially if you're going to be sleeping with them. Especially if you're sleeping with them. Because when you saying you not ready to be official, but you being intimate with him, then he got the right to go sleep with whoever he want to and come put you at more risk. Possibly get you beat up because the other woman like him more than you like him. And she want him and she willing to fight for him. And so now you getting paws put on you because you want to sleep with a man but not be official with him. Come on now. Come on now, sister. Now listen, y'all, I got to go. I'm tired. My wife texting right now too, so I need to see what she's talking about. But y'all listen to me now. You can't just be listening to these videos to check a box. You can't just be listening to these videos just to look me in my mouth. When you listen to these videos, you got to listen to the videos and apply what you learning. Like y'all letting this stuff go in one ear and out the other, and then going to do what you want to do. And then when it don't work out, you come back and say, hey, Tony, what about this right here? Listen, knowledge is not power if you do not apply it. You got to apply the knowledge that you're getting. So, hey, this Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.